Biggest brain in the building. Welcome to the Brain Space channel, where we raise the awareness of our mental aspects, home of the profound thinkers. Now, this one is a short one, but one of them though, because I want to clarify something and expand your awareness at the same time. Because we sometimes tend to forget that in school we have never learned how to use our minds, where to find our souls, and how to go within. Now, the reason why I say that is because all of these things are in their own location. Like this body is in the third dimension, but the third dimension stretches till the end of the universe with Milky Way, the whole galaxy, planet Nibiru, Orion's belt, name it all. That all is happening in the third dimension. Your thoughts are not there. As you can see, you see the barrier. Your thoughts is a fourth dimensional force that is not here. Your soul, for instance, that is a fifth dimensional space. That is where the whole shift of 3D to 5D actually is going on about. But to say that is not here. Your mind is a sixth dimensional form. This body is a third dimensional form. That is not here. When those who created this language ended up with figure of speeches that sound like, did you lose your mind? They knew where they was pointing at. Those people from that time knew that they were actually pointing at a real thing. It is the awareness that brings the ability for you to talk about it, for you to point at it. So they were aware of what they was actually talking about. Plus, to me, it is not weird that we are going to a school that does not talk about it. And now I'm going to give you a third dimensional example for everybody to understand me picture perfect. Third dimensional example. If you lose, or if you lost your key, or if you lost your phone, you cannot move on before you found it. Now, why do I rephrase my phrase just like this? Because that takes for you to go look for it. This is a real thing. First, you need to go look for it. And after you found it, now you can use it proper. Now put your mind in that same place. First, you need to go look for it. After you find it, now you can use it proper, or to say, be free, be alive. Because this body, this third dimensional body, we use it to die. Our spirit, we use it to get born, and our mind, we use to live. We live through our minds. That's why whenever you want to know what's on a person's mind, or when you ask a person what is on your mind, it's going to tell you what it is thinking or feeling. Now, I say all of that to say this. When I started 9 months ago, like in March or something, when I started, I thought that it was okay to start where I started. Well, but I was wrong. And why am I pointing that out? Because if you state that you are multidimensional, and remember, you know that you are a third dimensional form, this body, you know that. If you say that you are multidimensional, but all the other dimensions are unfamiliar to you, that is where being on automatic pilot comes in. Because nothing happens automatically, just like how they make us think that that's not true. That's just simply not true. Nothing happens just automatically. It happens unaware. The awareness changes everything. When you are aware, now you see. But it was there all along. And for those who fail to see this, automatic pilot can last an entire lifetime, yo. And these are usually also hurt people that hurt people. And without they can help it. They just keep on repeating the same cycle without being able to get aware of it, to see it, and now you can get out of it. But you need to see it first though, and admit to yourself that it is something to do something about. And I said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Being on automatic pilot for some people is lasting a whole lifetime, thinking that things happen just by themselves. While as well as you know yourself with your awareness, because your awareness is pointed on the outside of you and your conscious is directed towards the inside of you. So as well as you are aware of your inner self, when you go within, that is how you move. because it is as within, so shall it be without. As within, so without. So as well as you know yourself outside of yourself, that is how well you know yourself inside of yourself. And that is why we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to start at the beginning and work our way back up, because I was going at the ninth dimension with my last video. Because I was going up to the ninth dimension with my last videos, especially on TikTok. TikTok is actually going harder than YouTube. Start back at the beginning, because just as how you have your body here in this third dimension, you take space. This is matter, and the body is actually something crazy to understand if you know how to look at it, because you take up space. Nobody can bump you away. And you are inside of your house, which is also a space. Space within space. Now, whenever we look at ourselves, how we are within, that is exactly how what we are simulating on the outside. So on the inside is also space within space within space. Literally 3 times in this case. And we are going to break all of this down, because that space that you have, that is your space. So just as how you have your body here in the third dimension with a whole lot of bodies around it, the population of planet Earth, just like that in the fourth dimensions, you have your thought, and there is a lot of thoughts around them. But your thoughts is inside of your soul, just like your cells are inside of this body. Your soul, just like this body, is with a bunch of other souls, but your soul is, and that is your space. Your soul is your space, and that space is inside of this form, your mind. So when we ask a person what is on your mind, we expect that person to tell us what it's on its thoughts, what it is thinking, or how it is feeling. And then whenever we go up, it is the same thing. But before we're going to continue going up, this part needs to be understood, because people barely understand themselves. And the one who could follow what I just said when looking at this knows why I'm doing this. Because 1 is all 9 dimensions, and all 9 dimensions is 1. That is where it becomes sad, because if these are places, we are living inside of a house, and we are occupying that space. That is important for us to understand. We are occupying that space. Now, if you have a mind, but you do not know how to get there, then you cannot go and occupy that space effectively. Now you go to school, and after that you go to work, and beside that, you don't know what else to do with yourself. That is not being free, if you understand what I mean. To be mentally free, that is to be really free. And if we can't get there, we can't undo the chains. But that is where this channel is for. Welcome to the Brain Space channel, where we raise the awareness on our mental aspects and home of the profound thinkers more than ever. In the meantime, because I think that I'm going to start next year, I haven't done music in a while. I'm going to do loads of music coming, loads of new music coming, video clips and them, directing, producing, everything. So like, yeah, we straight up whipping though. We always whipping something. Y'all know how it is. When we pull the stick out, we always whipping something. Y'all know how it is. Y'all stay protected. Take care of yourselves. Biggest brain in the building. Signing out. 1.
Better stay with it. We're dealing with crazy times.